mess with Serato or Final Scratch or anything like that?
I invented it.
You what?
I invented it.
You invented it?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that.
1997, I'm in Switzerland. A rainbow leads me to the Switzerland's guy's house. I'm looking for records and shit. I get to this guy's house. He has this fucking whole setup to where he had a Atari Falcon computer, some weird ass modulation device attached to his turntable, an ASR 10, some other shit that he added to it that never came out yet, that never will be out. And he was sitting there scratching a beat in real time. He called this thing the replicator. It took about 5 different things for it to work. You know what I mean? I saw it, I couldn't believe it. It's something I always dreamed of having. Being able to say 1, 2, 1, 2, chicka, chicka, 1, 2, chicka, 1, 2, real time. You still can't do that though. What happened was, I invested, I met the guy, we talked business. I said, I want to bring this to the world. I started a company called RZA Electronics. I invested about $2 million. We designed the first replicator, you know what I mean, 50 of them, 50 prototypes. And nobody else knew about this technology. We took it to the AES show without me. My the guys who were running the guys who I hired to run the company got ahead of themselves. They couldn't be patient. I mean, because $2 million ain't really a lot of money in that business, but it's a lot of money coming from me. Fuck that, you know what I mean? But it's more like a $10 million business. These guys jumped the gun, go to the AES, and show what they could do. People kind of looked at them and shied them away. Next year, AES, not even next year, 6 months later, AES, Final Scratch was there. Boom. Now we had a patent. Well, one thing about a patent, you got a patent in every country. In other words, you can patent in Germany, and they'll get it made in Switzerland. When you get a patent, you got to patent over 1,000 countries at $300 a piece. So we put about 50 grand into patents. We went for the main countries, like Japan. We thought like some of the big countries nah. I don't know who make Final Scratch, but they came with Final Scratch. We had a lawsuit going on for like a half a year. Like I said, it's a battle I couldn't win because it's not a $1 million battle. It's a $10 million battle. I mean, I'm taking my record money to invest into this. And then Newmark came to us. They wanted to do a deal, but the deal they wanted to do was kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? And now Newmark got the best one. You know that, right? They have the best one. But Newmark is the one who we gave ours to. They had ours they were going to make a deal with us. My company wound up dissolving. I got 50 replicators of my own. But mine is still better than Final Scratch in the Serato because mine is real time. Mine don't go to your laptop. Mine you plug up to your turntable or whatever you want to plug it up to.
So how come you haven't done anything with those? As far as, I mean, like, are you really stepping on any patent stuff?
Nah, I mean, what can I do with it? I don't have that kind of money like that. You know what I mean? It's like at that point, 97, my company's worth $25 million and rising. And right now, my company's probably worth $10 million, you know what I mean? So it ain't like I'm sitting on the same situation I was sitting on, where I could split these $5 million and go try something. Like right now, I mean, I'm just taking care of my family, man, you know what I mean? So it ain't the same kind of game. But that shit started, that's another thing that I did to help hip-hop out that hip-hop may not know. You know what I mean? I invested into that technology. You know what I'm saying? The big companies came and took it and made it available to the world, but that was me that put the first $2 million into that technology. Nobody would invest into that technology. Nobody even believed that it was a market for it. You understand? Actually, it cost me $250,000 just to make the chip. We had to hire the people that NASA used to make the chip. In case you don't know, a lot of technology for music equipment, synthesis come from NASA. You know what I mean? We had to hire that company that NASA used to make this chip. When the chip was made, it was the fastest processing chip because it was real time. It didn't have to, in other words, 1, 1, 2, 2. It wasn't no delay on it. You know what I'm saying? Even now, there's a .0004 delay on every machine that's out there. Mine had no delay, still don't have no delay. I got one. You know what I mean? Has no delay. The computer is totally free. There's nothing to block the computer from audio. So most things you got to process the audio and go through it. There's nothing to block it. It's just right to there. It's like right direct signal. You know what I mean? And shit. You know. But what happened too? I learned because what happened also. Like I said, the guys who run the company from Switzerland, they got a little greedy. They try to extort me for certain things and shit. Try to ask for a raise and shit. I'm paying a nigga $70,000 a year for a guy that was making $30,000 a year. He's getting $70,000 a year to work for me. You know what I mean? The engineer. He come out, he want $90,000, $100,000. He already got part of the company. It started getting some real white boy shit. That's how I took it. You know what I mean? Got some real white boy shit. I'm a black boy shit with money. And I'm not in town. I come to town. I was coming out there maybe 5 times a year. I had a house in France at that time, so I would come to my house in France, stay there, then go to Switzerland. But they was only sending me 4 or 5 times a year. But they was getting fucking $250,000 budget every quarter. You know I mean, after 2 years of us trying this shit, we had it. What we had cost a lot of money, but I didn't have what it took. I didn't have that $10 million that it took me to really own that shit and be a multi-billionaire probably there. I wonder how much Final Scratch and Serato was made over these years. Final Scratch was the first one to infringe on my patent, and look on their website, go through the history of it, you'll see that it was a lawsuit going on.
Right.
But I had to dissolve all that shit.
And then Rain came in and they picked up Serato.
Yeah, Rain picked up Serato. Right. Look, Rain, Newmark, they always trying to get this shit because those are DJs friendly companies. Right. The Newmark one is the best one right now. I mean, no latency. And on mine, we had it where we had a thumb button on ours. They got the thumb button on theirs. Theirs look like mine. Theirs look exactly like ours. How we planned it. I mean, theirs look exactly how we planned it. Only difference for theirs is that also mine was like this. I mean, it took 2 things for ours to work. It took the turntable and the interface box. You know what I mean? What they did was remove the interface box and made it all the turntable older than that. But the reason why I had the interface box for mine is because mine had 16 pads on it, so you could produce with it. That was the whole trick of mine. You want to be able to and still make a beat at the same time, which you can't do with mine. You can't do that with this.
You got 50 of them?
Yeah. Or with a W on them. You know the album called the W?
Yeah.
Good thing we bought the Glock. Good thing. That's the replicator. I mean, that was before people was able to scratch their own voice. That was done right in the studio. They'll say, good thing we bought the Glock. Good thing. Yeah, I scratched it all the way through. Or even how you heard the Kung Fu movies being scratched on as albums got like Iron Flag and all that. That was a replicator. There was no other way to do it until I had the way to do it. And Final Scratch didn't catch up yet. They didn't even have nothing like. It's just been good for the last 4 years. As far as really good. I said it was good in 2000. You know what I mean? Hey, respect to Vic Rubin. He's the only man that saw it in King Tech from Sway and Tech. They're the only people that, you know, and Flex, even from Master Flex, when he first saw it, he was like, yo, I blew nigga Marley Marl, they all was blown away when they seen it. But I didn't have that money, that $10 million. You think $2 million is a lot of money? Not in the corporate world, it ain't shit. That's 3 days work. But anyway, that's a whole nother chamber, man.
What is that noise? That noise.